One political campaign had a slogan so successful that it won the election by a landslide. Problem was, it wasn't actually a campaign. It wasn't even a real person. It was an advert for a foot powder. Seriously, a foot powder was elected mayor by a clear majority vote. You see, back in 1967, a tiny town in Ecuador called Picosa was holding an election for their mayor. And things were going really great right up until the point they announced the results. And Pulvapies foot powder was declared the winner. By a clear majority too. That's right, the people had spoken and the people had elected a foot powder as their mayor. Why? Well, thanks to the power of advertising. You see, Pulvapies had just started a very successful advertising campaign, which just happened to coincide with the real election campaigns that were being held for the position of mayor. The adverts looked just like fake electoral posters. They were the same size and style as those used by the real candidates, complete with election promises and slogans. The only difference? Well, it had a giant cartoon figure with a foot for a head. Yeah, you really couldn't mistake it for a real candidate, and yet people did. Hundreds of people. But the thing that really cinched it was that campaign slogan. Vote for any candidate, but if you want well-being and hygiene, vote for Pulvapies. Well, obviously people wanted well-being and hygiene, because when it came to election day, Pulvapies was the only thing on people's minds. They voted in their droves and rocketed the foot powder to political power. The funny part is, the foot powder was obviously not a real candidate, so it wasn't included on the slate. This means that masses of voters actually had to write Pulvapies' name on the ballot paper as the writing candidate, totally ignoring all the other candidates on the ballot sheet. Exactly what happened next, no one is really sure. Obviously, being a foot powder, Pulvapies never held office, but exactly how they solved the issue has been lost in time. Of course, some reports say that Pulvapies' foot powder was never elected mayor, and it was a vote for a municipal councilman instead, although how that makes it any better, I'm not sure. But since there is little evidence, the whole thing is often chalked up as a legend. Either way, Pulvapies' political career was very short-lived. Personally though, I think they should have given the foot powder a chance to do its thing. Who knows? Pulvapies might just have been able to clean up the big stink that tends to linger around those in public office.